So, The Nun 2. What are my thoughts? I thought that this was an average, beige, everyday horror movie. It weren't anything special. It did better than the original, I think, in my opinion. I don't know, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but I thought it was better than the original. Although I feel that now more than ever before, the Conjuring universe has got itself into a weird patch where it can't decide whether to end the franchise or keep going. And I think it's at this point now, in my opinion, you need to end the franchise now.
Oh, hell no.
And the reason because it's gone too far is simply for the fact that the last few movies, especially since probably Annabelle Comes Home was good, but it weren't amazing. And to me, you need an amazing film. And the best film in the franchise is the first one. What's that saying? That maybe soon you think wind the franchise in a little bit and start to pull it in and start to wrap it all up into a nice ball and then use that as that's a good franchise now, let's move on to something else. But no, I think they're still trying to churn out as many sequels as they possibly can. And this one, like many others, weren't needed in the franchise. I don't think it tells much of a story where it needed to be in there. It reminded me a lot of Tarzan 2, where it sort of just gets shoehorned in and it doesn't really need to be made because you can sort of figure out what went on between that time and then before the exorcism in Amityville. However, I feel that if you were going to waste a sequel on this, you could have wasted a sequel on another La Llorona or something else that you could have fitted in there, because this was just felt wasted. Or you could have just gone straight into the Amityville that we have been waiting for since the very beginning. I also thought that maybe this movie, unlike the other movie, lacked in jump scares. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, that's just a modern fan loving his jump scares. I hate jump scares. I'm gonna admit, I hate them. But with this one, they were so predictable, so average, and they may as well not been in there because really, it didn't make the movie any scarier. In fact, it did the opposite. They were actually more funnier with them in because you knew when they were coming up. They were quite not with other movies like the Conjuring one. I think that uses jump scares in the best possibilities, and Insidious, where it's unexpected, it's there, bosh, oh geez, it's a cheap thrill. But if you're gonna use them, at least use them right, you know what I mean? For fuck's sake, man. And I don't think they did in this instance. I think they made the franchise into a bit of a laughing stock because they were known for the jump scares and they can't even get them right now in this movie. And I think movies these days aren't gonna be as horrific as they used to be back in the 80s and 90s, as they didn't have the technology of today. However, now we've had about 10-20 years to adjust to this sort of technology and how scary things are. So now they have to go with jump scares to scare people in a different manner. Yet again, I still feel though that they could have done that better because they were very predictable. You knew when the jump scares were coming up. So the ending, I feel that the ending was largely predictable. Let's be honest, they were never going to kill Sister Irene off. They were never going to kill Maurice off because that would have made no sense for the entirety of the plot. But it makes you wonder how the nun stays in Maurice, and hopefully we'll find that out in the future of the Conjuring universe. However, what I didn't like was the predictability of the ending, because you would have thought they would have gave a bit more spice, a bit more of a thrill about it, but it's just like, here comes the wine, here's the two sisters, changing it into the blood of Christ, defeat it with the eyes, and then that was it. Similar to the first one, really. And I feel that you shouldn't try to do what the last one just did. Find a different way to defeat it. Is there something else you can do? Is there something else different that you could kill it with? And I feel that it was a bit beige in that retrospect.
That's a joke, right?
Because we knew really how it was going to end, similar to the last movie. And it just felt like a shoe-on movie in. However, I don't think that was the best part. The best part was probably the end of the film. And that's not me judging the end of the film by any stretch of the imagination. I'm talking about the end credit scene, because that hypes us up for the next film. And that end credit scene involved Ed and Lorraine Warren answering the phone to one of the vicar priest people, and it's like, look, we've got a new case and everything like that. So that's getting us excited to see that the Warrens are going to return for a Conjuring 4, probably. Unless this one flops in a massive box office disaster and they decide to pull the plug. So it gets you excited because this could end the Conjuring universe, and finally we might get to see an end to this massive thing that it's turned into now. And I think Hopefully that'll be the Amityville. If not, I don't know where else they can go with the franchise, because I think that they need their last movie to end it all, in my opinion. So to summarise The Nun 2 then, I feel it was boring beige like the last few sequels have been in the Conjuring universe. This was no different, 6.3 out of 10, and an average film. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it terrible? Is it amazing? Let us know down in the comments down below, please. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. We want to get as many likes on this video, and you can help us by hitting that like button right now. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now as well, because we do want to get to 250 subs by the end of the year, and you can help us. Hit that subscribe button now. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button to be alerted to all the new content that this channel creates, and I shall see you guys next time in a bit.